This is Darshit from LeadConnect, and today in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can integrate LeadConnect with Active Campaign. Alright, so let's start with creating a sequence. I already have created a sequence over here. You can see this is an invitation type sequence. I have defined the target audience as healthcare centers in the United States and Canada. And here are my messages and withdrawal time. So the sequence is all set up. Now there are only a few changes of this Zapier integration which are left here. So let's go to Zapier, and here I'm going to make a new Zap. Okay, so here we are going to search for webhooks. So webhooks is a premium feature by Zapier, so we need to use this. And here in the triggering event, we are going to use catch hook. Now, webhook provides us with this API key which we need to copy and paste it in LeadConnect extension. For that, open your LeadConnect extension and go to integrations. Here in integration, paste the API key from the webhooks and click on paste Zapier. Okay, the sample data has been successfully pushed. All right, let's go back to our sequence. And once you put the API key and send some test data, you need to go back to your sequence and turn this on. Okay, so once you turn on the switch, you will see the 4 triggering event by Zapier. So right now there are 4 triggering events: response received, invite sent, invitation accepted, and invitation withdrawn. We are only going to use 2 of them: invitation accepted and response received. Okay, so whenever this invitation is going to be accepted, so whenever a prospect will accept your invitation on LinkedIn, a new contact in Active Campaign CRM would be created. And whenever the response is received, whenever prospect responses to your invitation message or your follow-up message, the message would be saved inside the contact notes in Active Campaign. So we have done this. Now let's scroll down and save the changes. Okay, so the changes had been saved. Now let's go back to Zapier. All right, so we are here in the catch hook. We have copied this, and now we're going to click continue. It's customizing the hook. And okay, let's find some data, test and continue. All right, so we have configured the catch hook part. Okay, now here we need to create 2 paths, as we are going to use 2 events. So we are going to use paths by Zapier, and we are going to use 2 paths. One of them would be for invitation accepted and another one would be for response received. So let's edit the first path first. All right, let's give this path a name: invitation accepted, and click on continue. Okay, here is the rules. So Zapier will check for the condition, and if this condition is matched, only then this path will be triggered. So here in the rules, we are going to select the type, and here in the condition, we are going to select contains, and here we are going to select invitation accepted. Actually, we need to write it same as it is. So invitation accepted, I and A capital. Okay, the condition has been set. Click on continue, and here the test has been successful. Okay, so done editing. Now here to this, so we need to create an action for the trigger. So we are going to use Active Campaign. Here it is. And the action would be create a contact or account, contact note. Okay, well, it is create account, create. Okay, here it is create or update contact. Okay, so whenever the invitation would be accepted on LinkedIn, a contact would be created in Active Campaign. So part one. All right, sign in to Active Campaign. Okay, so it is asking me for the API key. So click on the go to your settings and click on developer. Okay, so I'm going to click on settings. And search for developer. Here it is, developer. And okay, so here is the, wait a second, let me check what are the details that it asked. All right, so we need a URL and key. So here is the URL. I'm going to copy this, paste it over here. And here is the key. I'm going to copy this and paste this over here. Yes, continue, please. And the integration has been successful with Active Campaigns. Okay, so it has selected an account. Now let's continue. Okay, so here it is asking for the contact details, what kind of, how you would like to configure your newly created contact. So if you have a list over here, you can select a list. Right now it is optional, so I'm not going to select a list. In email address, whenever the invitation is accepted, LinkedIn provide you with the prospect's official email ID. So we're going to select that email ID, and here you can write their first name and last name. Just search for those over here, first name and last name. You can also find full name over here. Here it is, full name. Phone number, we also provide the phone number if the prospect has mentioned his contact details inside his LinkedIn profile. So if there would be some kind of, if there would be a contact number, we will provide you with that, or there will be no data. Organization name, so we can give you that. Here you can search for company, and here it is, company one. And okay, so I think this is enough, and continue. Okay, let's click on test and continue. Okay, so let's go to our contacts, and here you can see the contact has been created over here, our sample contact. So this part of Zap is working completely fine. Now let's go set up the responses. Okay, so click on edit and rename this part as responses. Continue. Okay, so it is again asking us to set up a rule. So we are going to repeat the same process. So your type contains, and here invitation underscore response. All right, please write it as it is, the same way I have written it over here, and it worked. Done. Now again we are going to select an action over here. So select the action app as Active Campaign once again, and now the action event would be we need to add a note inside the context. So first thing we need to do is we need to search the contact. So I'm going to select find contact. Okay, find contact, and here in the Active, I just signed up with the Active Campaign, so using the same account one more time. And here it is asking me for the email ID, so we are we have this email ID over here, so it is going to search for that email ID. Continue. Okay, test and continue. So it is looking at Active Campaign and searching for that email ID. It found the email ID, that's why it showed the green button, sorry, the green tick mark over here. Now we need to add one more step, which would be again Active Campaigns. So here it is, Active Campaign, and now the action event would be add a contact note, adds new contact notes. Okay, so we are going to add a contact note over here. Again, I'm going to use my same account here. Continue. Okay, so it is asking me for contact ID, so I'm going to go to here, find contact, and you can see that here is the ID. Right now the value is 2. It is asking for list ID. You can again go select this find contact, and here we don't, okay, so we don't have we haven't created a list yet, so okay, just a second. Okay, over here we can just enter the list ID or 0 for all lists. So we are going to enter 0. Here you can see it has said enter list ID or enter 0 for all lists. So I haven't created any list right now, so I'm going to keep it 0. And here in the note you can, okay, so here in the note you can select the catch hook and search for message. Here it is, okay, message, and click on continue. Okay, now let's click on test and continue, and it's done. So let's go back to Active Campaign and look into the contact, and here you can see the details, and let's look for the notes. And here you can see a few seconds ago admin has said how are you. So this is how you can add notes to your contact, and this was about the integration. Now let's turn this app on. It's taking quite time, and it's on right now. Let's go back to our sequence and start our sequence. Now I'm going to pause this video because it's going to take some time while some invitations have been sent, invitations have been accepted, and there are some responses on my invitation. So I will continue this video after a few hours. All right, bye-bye.